Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, the 30th of December. We in the diocese later this morning at 10 o'clock will be hosting an ecumenical service at the cathedral in memory of Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu. But I turn again to the morning prayer and the New Testament lesson. Today it's from 3 John. Yesterday we read 2 John, the entire letter, all 17 verses. Today we read 3 John, all 15 verses. And interestingly, John picks up a point that is still prevalent in many respects in the church today. He speaks in his letter about a man called Diotrephes, who is obviously one of the leaders of the local church to which he has written. His letter is written to a man called Gaius, not to Diotrephes, but he references Diotrephes. This man is a leader by all accounts, and obviously a very powerful leader, but also a very dictatorial leader. And this man, Diotrephes, is refusing to accept the correspondence from John. Perhaps there was an earlier letter that John wrote to this particular church. Remember, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John are all being written to different places. So perhaps this letter in 3 John is not the first letter to that particular church, but that letter has now been lost. And perhaps this man, Diotrephes, refused to circulate the letter, and those who got copies of it or spoke about it or welcomed the disciples that John had sent out literally had them excommunicated. And so John writes this letter. It's a subtle warning to Diotrephes because he knows that he would get a copy of it, get to hear about it. But he just says to Gaius, he says, continue doing what is good, because good comes from God, and what is evil does not come from God. So he doesn't say what is evil comes from the devil, although that's implied. But he's certainly not going to call another, shall we say, a fellow Christian to be of the devil. And it got me thinking, because in the church there are those who set themselves up in leadership, whether they ordained or lay. I can think of many examples. I won't do it publicly on air here, who set themselves up as being the king of the church, the king of the parish, or the queen of the parish, and nothing happens without their permission, and they will control everything so that they will get what they want. Unfortunately, they are Diotrephes. They are destroying the church, and they will reap the punishment from God for their behavior. And so we need to be cautious. If you are someone who's powerful in your church and you're controlling things, beware. We're talking about Archbishop Emeritus Desmond. What did he say? Basso. Be cautious of the power that you exercise. Any in leadership, myself included, must be cautious of the power that I exercise, and I must use that power to further the kingdom of God, not to further the kingdom of Luke or anyone else. I must do only what is right. So folks, be cautious of those that you elect into power, because they can turn against you. They can dominate and control the church. Don't even yourself try and control and dominate the church. It is Christ's church, and we need to serve Christ in all we do. And you need to help the bishop and those in chapter who do their best to appoint the right people to a church, that they will discern the right person and be supported by you and what it is you do. Anyway, don't become a Diotrephes, and don't support a Diotrephes in your church. Read 3 John. It is short, but it is illuminating. Folks, have a good day. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.